Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing Medieval 2 as Scotland, where he sent a crusade over to the Holy Land, captured Acre, and then a big force of Egyptians has now decided to take it back. They've got a lot of really good units in here, a lot of cavalry, they've got some artillery, a lot of siege equipment, so it must have been under siege for at least a couple of turns. And while we do have some dismounted feudal knights, those are not going to be particularly good against all of their cavalry. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do.
Come on, lads! This battle is ours!
Seems like quite a passive campaign, just seeing what the campaign map looked like. Turn 68 and has less than 10 settlements. Not ideal, but is what it is. Alright. So first thing I want to do is just get reorganized. Just put everyone in here. And let's reorganize this so it looks a bit tidier. It's a bloody mess at the moment. But that's pretty typical for Medieval 2. So just trying to reorganize a bit. Yep. Okay. So that's the main army that was besieging it with all the siege equipment. The other ones don't have much, although that one over there I think's got the ballista. Let me just double check that. Yeah, there's the ballista. And this other one over here, I don't think... Not that one, this one here. Yeah, so that one's not going to do anything. We don't need to worry about that. I don't think holding onto this section here for dear life is a good idea, because they'll just overwhelm us. We have a massive morale disadvantage here. Their units are going to fight to the death, and ours will not. So, utilizing the town square would be really handy. That being said, we really don't want them to get through any of the, well, at least the final layer of the gates. That way they can't really utilize their cavalry. So we want to try to get them to drop or destroy as many of their rams or anything that's going to be dangerous to us for the final wave. Alright, so I'm going to put him here. And what else? I'll leave a couple of pilgrims up on the walls, but I might pull them back if it looks like they're going to have a massive attack this way. So what I'm trying to do here is just activate the towers for as long as we possibly can. But one of the issues here is that running them from here to here takes time, and once the cavalry get in, they'll just get run down. And I don't... Hang on, let me just check here. If we ran along the walls this way... Hang on, what we could do is actually run along the walls here and maybe get up... No, you would have to get off the wall there and then run to the gate. So yeah, getting them back is going to be difficult, I think. Alright. But yeah, keeping a couple of them up here just so that we can utilize the towers could be alright, but we'll just have to see how that goes. I wouldn't want to dedicate any more than that. And then as for everyone else over here, we'll play it by ear for now. Just stay there, and I'll figure it out later. Alright, let's firstly just see what they're up to. What are they going to do? Just spread them out, actually, just in case their archers come over here. Alright, ballistas are coming up first. That's to be expected. So, what are we going to do about that? We could send the cavalry out to go and maybe take out one of these ballista units. Maybe. Could be good to get them to use up some of their ammo first, so that whichever ballista unit that we don't get rid of doesn't have enough ammunition to break through the inner section. Let's go for this one here. Okay, it looks like they're getting organized. Let's charge in here before they bring their guys in too close. Alright, so they're off that ballista. Can we get over here and get rid of this one as well? Probably not. I think we should just be happy with the gains that we got. Okay, get them back. Go. There's 4 of them left. They won't be able to operate all the ballistas if they want to come back here with them. Anyway, it looks like they're bringing the rest of their forces in. Yeah, look, they've dropped that completely, and those are going back, so they're not... They might save that one for later, basically. So how much damage did they do? 6%? Okay. Alright, just get these guys back over here, and let's see what they're doing next. No siege equipment, just... Oh yeah, there's one ram coming in. Thing is, while a Knight's Hospitaller can easily take out a bunch of arch militia, if we're killing them and then the bodyguard come and charge into us, then that's definitely not going to be good. Really want them to get them to drop this ram. Because if I can manage to get them to drop that ram... spears there. They'll have to pick up one of these other rams from back here. They don't just go pick up the same ram that we attacked. But if I wait too long, we're definitely not going to do that. I think it's not worth it to risk this guy's life. At this stage. Especially with those spearmen there. No. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them to move to the inner layer. It's going to basically give up the first, well, the outer layer of defenses without much of a fight, just a little bit of a fight. Because they won't be able to bring these two into the next section. And ideally we want them to be utilizing the ladders for the next one, not the rams. That would be ideal. So if we look here, we've inflicted 3% casualties. Not a hell of a lot. Too bad we don't have ballista towers. Now this isn't Warhammer or Rome 2 or any game in between that. If you open the gate, they can walk straight through it. So there's no gate bug in this one. Alright, let's start getting organized here.
Damn them all! The enemy's ram is through our gates.
Bring our archers up on the walls here. And I want feudal knights up on the walls here. Cannot let them capture this area.
The walls
But if they
are no
do,
longer
keep the
ours.
spearmen on the ground.
The enemy have taken them.
Right, they're going to be coming up on the walls. What we should be doing now is just running back. Because the towers can still kind of shoot sideways. And they can't bring their cavalry up on the walls. Oh yeah, we also want to activate these towers. How about you come over here? Or over here. Because yeah, as they're marching through here, it'd be great if these towers were shooting at them. Ah, they're bringing some infantry around here. Okay, well, that's good that we still got this guy up in the tower. Maybe we can get a little bit closer. Okay, basically try to pick up all of our guys. I would like to get them back inside, but if it's going to jeopardize that position, then definitely don't do that. So we've inflicted 6% casualties, which, again, still not a hell of a lot, but it's better than nothing. Because we've suffered 0%, so this is just free kills we're trying to get at the moment. Mainly trying to wipe out their infantry. But yeah, they just want to use overwhelming force to try to kill us. And obviously I don't want to let that happen. Yep, good, these guys coming in over this way, the towers will be shooting at them. Just move back a little bit. Also, it's going to make them quite tired running after us. Great if they shoot their own troops. Tempting to keep this guy here for as long as possible because of the units coming around this way. It would be great to keep shooting them. But you're going to need to fight these spear militia. Unfortunately, their morale's not very good. So it seems likely that they're going to break. Especially if they're using the flame attacks. I would have left my cavalry over here, but it just puts him in danger. And we absolutely need him to not get killed. I don't want to get down on the ground. Just try to spread out a little bit so that it makes it really difficult for them to shoot us. Because yeah, from that firing angle, they're not going to do a great job anyway. Hey, look at that. Our pilgrims might actually beat those spear militia. Okay, that's good. It's sort of moseying on in. Oh, hang on. They came over this way. Tell them to back off over to here. Just buys me a tiny little bit of extra time, maybe. So we can keep using the towers to shoot them just as long as possible. Archer militia coming up on the wall here. That's fine by me. We can easily beat them. As long as I don't have to deal with bloody cavalry charge coming in. Really, quite a shame we don't have more spearmen. Those would be more useful than the knights, especially against all these cavalry.
But defeat seems almost certain.
But you know, it's not like knights are bad. Oh, they're doing this stuff. They're trying to shoot us by the look of it. Come on, move. So far, 6 to 12%. So still getting some kills with our towers out here, so I'm trying to hold on to it as long as we possibly can. You go backwards this way. Ah, crap. Starting to rout now. Okay, pull that one back over this way. Alright, that's where percentages are going to work against us here. I doubt they're going to... Yeah, the cavalry is going to rip us to shreds. But that's okay, they're just pilgrims. Not a high quality unit. If they're going to exhaust themselves now, then good. Alright, I would like to try to get them to come over here a little bit earlier. So I'm going to bring him out this way, sort of as bait. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Should have done this earlier. Bring him back inside. Keep the gate open because I want this guy dead. I'll close the gate in a moment. Actually rallied.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
The fact that he came over here by himself, this is great. But they need to actually win. Kill him. Without these ones getting over here. Too early. No, I don't have these ones on fire at will. That's deliberate. Okay, if they make another push in through here, it's going to be bad for us. I should have let them come in a bit further. Could have killed them a lot quicker. Can't pull them back, they'll just get torn to shreds.
Heavy infantry! Move up!
Come on, pikes. Actually do something. They're too busy trying to run down our other guys for the topic. Okay, good, good, good. They push through. That's fantastic. Now kill him. I'm going to do it quickly and then close the gate. And that'll make everyone from this particular army that he's commanding fight like shit. So we've lost 30% to 15%. That's not great, but we're taking out high quality units at the cost of our low quality. So we'll see. feel like with Scott's Pike Militia, or just Pikeman in general, they're better off just not even given commands. Okay, if we just kill a few more of them, just gonna get away before the rest of their units get here. Starting to shoot through the gate. You turn around. Just
Our men have slain the
Good.
Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
Well, that was the most dangerous unit in that particular army, but they've got 3 of these guys. Alright. But what killing him is going to do is going to ensure that the rest of his army isn't going to fight very well now. Close the gate. Did cost us a lot of men, though. Didn't cost us any cavalry. Good, and while it's going on, the Mamluk archers, they're not really doing any serious damage to us, and we're shooting at them with the towers, so that's great. It's probably going to take them a little while to get organized with this. Yeah, so of the 35% casualties, we really haven't suffered that many casualties on our knights. It's been mostly this unit, a bit on that one, and a lot of the pilgrims, but they're worth next to nothing compared to a dismounted feudal knight. That'll open the gate for them. No, it won't. Not if they've got troops nearby. Tempting to actually send out my knights to go and finish these ones off here. But I think the towers are doing a decent job at the moment. What's going to come in first? Oh, they're going to bring in the ballista. Oh man, they brought the ballista with 4 fucking troops left on it. Alright. I'm going to need you to try to burn the big one. This one here. When they get within range. That being said, these ones here will shoot at them as they make the approach. If they start shooting now, though, we need to get moving closer over this way. I think they're trying to break down this section by the look of it. I'll never be able to get my cavalry over there this time. If I'd stayed there a second longer, I might have been able to wipe out that unit. But go for this one here. They are trying to destroy the tower. Okay. I don't like the angle that they're shooting at there. See, majority of those shots are just going to miss. Look, if they're just going to destroy one tower, that's fine. It'll still take a lot of ammunition to kill that, so just bring them back over here. I thought they were going to try to make a breach. That would have been the worst thing that they could have done to us. Alright, looking at things again, 36 to 18%. So they've got a 2-to-1 kill ratio on us percentage-wise, so just, they're winning, technically. Still doom and gloom, though. Looks like we'll still get some value out of this tower before they destroy it, because they're just coming on in here. Alright, you start shooting at the infantry. Wherever there's like a big concentration of them. I really want them to fire better. I think we need to spread them out a little bit, because the ones at the back, they fire at a high angle, and that's basically like 90% damage reduction. Come on, move faster. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes they won't do the order very well on the walls. Alright, might as well have them fire at will as well. There's the general's bodyguard there. That looks like the king. Let's see if we can kill him. Hopefully the siege equipment that they bring up first will be ladders. Hopefully no rams. Ah, fuck, there's a ram. Hopefully no rams. Brings in a ram. Don't waste all your ammo. I'm going to need you to try to burn that ram. Can't tell the towers to attack anything specific. Still, at least the towers are dishing out a fair bit of damage. That's great. There's still got a lot of reserves back there as well. Killed a few of the general's bodyguard, not much though. Hopefully they've taken some hit point damage. I can see a couple of them are bloodied. Alright, time to start shooting at the Saracen militia here, specifically for the ram. So turn back on flaming attacks. Because yeah, if that could be destroyed, well, they've still got 3 more rams, but it buys us time. No, come on, I told you to attack this one. So yeah, if they could destroy that, that'd be fantastic for us. And that's just a matter of luck. Straight, it could take 1 arrow, it could take 1,000. There's just a chance for each of these arrows to actually burn it down. And it doesn't look very good at the moment. Well, shit, okay. I really didn't want it to come to this, but I just don't have the equipment needed to destroy the ram. We needed more archers. Still, these guys here are getting shredded in the meantime. I got an idea, Send these... Oh, no, it's not going to work, is it? Come on, burn. It's not working. Well, the chances of us burning it just with these towers here is very low. Alright, get these guys back into position because they're going to come in through the gate. Maybe let's create a bit of a bigger area. Make sure that the unit is somewhat in the town square so that they don't break. So I reckon the bounce power has improved ever so slightly for us since the beginning of the battle, but it's still pretty bad. Alright, we're going to need more guys on the ground here. At least their cavalry won't be able to properly charge. It's just that dismounted fuel knights aren't exactly the best unit in the game against cavalry. You move back a little bit. Or even better still, move over to the side here so the archers don't shoot us from the flank.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Don't get a rally ability, so we've got wedge, which is useless here. Alright, so the rams got through. I did my best to try to prevent it, but unfortunately, no go.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius.
Alright, there are 2 other generals that we need to kill. Both of them are coming in the first wave, by the look of it. So, fingers crossed on the Scots Pike Militia doing some stuff. But yeah, anyone that was involved with this guy's army, their morale should be really shit. And they should be quite tired now as well. Yeah, if we kill both generals, we might cause a mass rout. Alright, bring this one over here.
The enemy is no longer in command of the castle.
Well, how did they even do that in the first place? There's no one there. A lot of cav. And we don't have a lot of spearmen. And of course their unit's going to fight to the death. Right, what I want these guys to do, shoot down this way.
They have lost half their men.
You get down off the wall. Same thing with you. Don't think we really need these towers right now. So we've lost half of our troops, so 36% of theirs. But yeah, it's all about killing these generals. So I need you to really shoot them. Now, flaming attacks is not what we need here. It's going to make them more inaccurate. What we do, once we've killed the generals, then we turn on the flaming attacks. Don't send in our cavalry just yet. Do the opposite of what they're doing, save them for last. At least they can't really utilize their charge bonus like this at all.
The enemy king is slain.
Good, that's number 2. Okay, now because that's happened, I'm going to bring him back a little bit and try to charge in here. Okay, it might also be a good idea. Flame attacks. This is it. This might work. There's still one more general. But yeah, if we lose our captain here, it's actually not that big of a deal since we're at the town square anyway. And they're not fighting us up on the walls with their ladders.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my god.
We have lost half our men.
Oh, I thought he was going to say that our general died. Where is he? He's... looks like he's relatively safe. Oh no, he's not. He's bloodied as fuck. Get up. Get back. Get back. Okay, we didn't capture very many of them, so they'll be back. They're already wavering. That's a very good sign. We just need to kill this other general here. I reckon all the slight little bits of... oh, they're not bringing the ladders in. If that's the case, we get off the walls. Oh, wait, no. We can put our knights up on the walls. They'll just break straight away, won't they? If we kill this general here. Yeah, shoot down at them there. Need to break to back off. So the other general's bodyguard has 7 men left in them. Yeah, he's quite bloodied. And their other commander, I can't see where he is. There he is. He's backing into us. That's great. Please do. Good, he's starting to get bloodied. He's about to go down. Get him. Get him.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It is time for butcher's work.
They're okay. It's completely surrounded. Just give it a moment, I reckon we'll get him. You stay there, that's fine.
The enemy general lies dead.
3 for 3. Good.
Bounce
of Power's looking better.
Dog. That will teach him to ride to war on a pony.
And this is where we now, instead of being defensive, we be aggressive, because the morale advantage is now on our side. We just need to get a bit more of their cavalry out of the way, which they're easily just sacrificing them. 66 to 52%. But the thing is, majority of their percentage of units remaining are, oh, they're trying to shoot them, are like low-tier units, like archer militia. And because we've still got cavalry, we can run them down. We've got to get rid of the cavalry first. Keep them behind them so they don't rout. These ones, okay, if we could get one of our units of pilgrims just up on the wall here, that's going to break surely. If you could just shoot at them with the flaming attack, that would be great. Oh, wait. Yeah. Come on, why aren't you shooting? Come on, guys, get up on the wall and kill them. Come on, even a single volley here might just break them. Good. Good. So they got a huge mass rout going on at the moment.
Badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
They lost their crown prince and their faction leader in the same battle. These damn Afghan javelinmen, they've got really good public order. Morale. What do I do with public order for? I just need them to break so I can actually make a breakthrough here. Like all these ones here I want to run down, but I don't want to bring my cavalry through here just yet. Yeah, anyone that comes up on the ladder, we just shoot them.
Changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
That's weird considering we've improved things massively since the beginning of the battle. Like these guys here, they might rally, but their morale is not going to improve. They're going to be exhausted. They're going to come over here and just instantly get routed. Especially because I've left my best unit in reserve. The problem here is that our guys just can't break them. These ones. Okay. They never even finished destroying that. That's funny, these ladders on the wall there. Not on the walls. Yeah, our guys are exhausted. That's probably why they're not killing them quickly enough. Just wait, now's not the right time to charge out. Not yet. Looks like they're trying to shoot at our infantry here, but they're not going to.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Alright, come on. Break them, and then I can make a breakthrough with this. Run them all down. Because they're spear militia, I don't want them just getting a lucky hit on our captain who's already badly damaged. Killing him, and then I won't be able to come out and get them at all because they'll have low morale. So I'm not sending him in because he's only got 2 men left. Although he is eager, he's recovered a lot of his fatigue as well. So yeah, even if these guys are in melee from like this side over here, they can still shoot if you've got them on guard mode.
Look how our cowardly foe
Okay, that's one enemy that's all of their forces have routed, so they can't rally anymore. Alright, let's make a breakthrough now. Look at that balance of power. I think we got this. Let's go. Don't let them leave the battlefield. Let's get them. It's breakthrough time. Alright, all our infantry, go. Everyone get out. Run them down. Okay, get our archers off the walls, because we don't want the towers shooting. They will inflict friendly fire on us. And I just want to run them down without getting any of my cavalry killed, ideally.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Don't worry about those ballista. Just get around them. Yeah, don't let these guys here escape. That actually might be the last unit remaining that's got any morale left.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, said, want to run them down. So I think one of their armies has been beaten completely, so that means the other two haven't yet been. Which means some of their units could potentially still rally. Dude, run them down. Letting too many of them escape.
Look how our cowardly foe
Good,
runs.
we won.
It is time.
Now, we did lose 70% of our army, but we'll get some recovery, and a lot of the pilgrims and stuff, they did rout, or a few of them did, so they'll be returned to us. And as for these guys here, well, I could ransom them, but you know what I'm like. That's not gonna happen. So run down as many of them as we can. Now, I think the majority of their overall casualties are their cavalry, whereas their infantry are the ones that got away. Because they committed their cavalry first. Just trying to run down as many of them as we can. Yeah, I think every little casualty that we inflicted on their cavalry out here made a difference and made it possible for us to kill all three of their generals. Letting their general come in early like that into the inner section, again, that made a big difference. Because if they didn't lose their generals, they could have just ground us down. Because they had 670, 80 units or more that did not properly participate in this fight. Alright, that should do it. I'm not going to catch anything else.
By St. Andrew.
Alright, so we actually only lost 66%.
Let all who
Plus these
remember
ones
this
here,
day
so it'd be more like
remember it as
60%.
the day of our most glorious victory.
Now, in terms of casualties recovered, the first ones to recover will be the first to die. So probably the dismounted feudal knights won't be recovered. Alright, wiped out 2 of their armies, still 1 remaining. What are you doing? How can you be on turn 68 and only now deciding to attack Dublin? What the f- oh, it's a village! Why didn't you- what the hell? Well, this is not a difficult battle, so we'll save it here and I'll send it off to him. I think this guy's problem is being way too passive. Like, dial the passiveness down and dial the aggressiveness up. You know you're on a timer in order to get victory conditions met. You are not on track to get that done. But at least his mainland is not really under serious threat. England doesn't seem like it's more powerful than him. Also, just based on what I'm seeing here, you've got too many units garrisoned in each of the cities. So, Inverness, for example, unless they're all free upkeep units, why keep them there? Bring them all to the front down over this way. See, this is actually what England is doing here is right. You want to concentrate your forces on your actual borders. Yeah, anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Thanks for sending in a Medieval 2 save file. Please feel free to send in some more. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.